This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, thank you. All right, so welcome to the Learn and Earn with Molly and Team Onward. If you're watching this live, thank you for taking the time to be on here. I know how hard it is to give somebody an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is. But I really don't enjoy talking to myself as much as Lee will tell you that I do. I like answering myself, not necessarily talking to myself. So if you're here live, that's great. But the other thing is, if you're watching this on replay, also thank you again for taking time out of your day and wanting to watch this, trying to pick up some, maybe some tips, maybe some things that you didn't know. Because I got to tell you something. I found out something today I'm going to share with you in a couple of minutes that I wasn't aware of, which tells me I was not completely on my game. So I'm hoping when I share it with you, some of you probably already knew, but I was not aware. And I'm like, man, I know I've got to do something different here if I'm excited about a product. Were you guys, did you guys realize that not every product we see in the What's New is available in the brochure? And that if you don't have the flyers or if you're not pimping it, they don't know. We're going to talk about that, but I think we are missing some major sales. And I do get why Avon does it because I had to get a reason. A lot of this is because they only have so many of these things coming in. And remember, when we're still giving brochures out, those products, I'm talking about home products, clothes, shoes, things that don't last very long. They're kind of what we would refer to as Avon seasonal. You better get it in the first campaign because if you don't get it in the first campaign, you may not get it type thing. So I got some things that we talked about 2 weeks ago from the What's New, which I'm going to share with you because I just opened up the box finally today. So I'm going to share the things that I was interested in, and then I'm going to tell you what I found out about it and what I plan on doing to try to make sure my customers know about this, whether it's in my group, whether it's on just social media in general. Um, because we've got some really great stuff that they are bringing out that when in handling it today, I'm always worried that when we get a home product, are we going to get it and it's going to be cheap? Because like it or not, old Avon, they give us like a couple of really great things, but then some of the stuff used to be cheap and you get it in your hands and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to pimp this. I have to tell my customer not to get it because you know that you really don't like it. And that's huge. That's huge. So, but they have really just, some of this stuff is made so well that I'm like, oh my gosh, now I've got to go back and get some of the other stuff. Okay. So let me start with one of those items. This first part of this right now, we're going to talk about things that if you remember from 2 weeks ago, I said, oh, I really want to try this because of this. Oh, I really want to try this. You all know I'm an earring fanatic. These actually are a pair that just came in, and it's the same color as my shirt. And I'm really a silver person and not a gold tone person, but I got these just because I thought the color was pretty, and they're really well made. I love them. They're simple. They're not heavy. So yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about. One of the first things is I really picked this up and I looked at this for the first time. This is the What's New from Campaign 5. Now, you know we're in 4. I've already got my 5 brochures, but I'm going to deal with this. This is the What's New for 5. We talked about this last time, and we're going to talk a little bit about 6. But this is huge, new and exclusive. When you see them say this, this basically means it ain't going to hit the catalog. Okay, it's not going to. They're going to be on flyers. This says, these kitchen and home essentials are only available here, which means the What's New and the C5 flyer, which means we're not sending flyers out to everybody, right? It's not happening. I use campaign mailers, so they're not getting these flyers at all. But it doesn't mean that in my Avon customer group or in texting my people that I cannot introduce them to this, do a short video. And one of the things, look, they had the 10-piece microwave bowl set. I can't tell you how great that is, but I can tell you that I bought it and gave it to my daughter-in-law, and she liked it. And then the microwave cover, and then They had the remote organizer. I didn't get that either. But guys, I got the 2-piece odor-free stackable food containers. You know, back in the day with Tupperware and all, they used to shape them like tomatoes and onions, so you know which was which. Um, these
I
things
still
are
do.
these things are absolutely amazing. There's 2 sizes. They twist. And you know how before when you would take these to put them together, they were so flimsy, they would like flex. This is really, really hard plastic. So when you put these together, it doesn't matter if you set something on it. By the way, they're also stackable. You can stack them on top of one another. And I love that one is big and one is small. Here are the difference in the sizes here, as you can see. For me, I'm a cook. Now, if you're somebody who's like, don't even show me something about cooking because I don't cook. I don't want to cook. I cook because I got to cook because my kids got to eat and I can't afford McDonald's tonight. I get it, okay? But for me, I am a cook and I always have a cut onion and I always have garlic and I always have tomatoes. If you don't know your customers well enough, it's time to get to know them. With these, I not only love these, I am going to be promoting these. For the set, it's going to be $12.99 for the 2-piece set. So what I did is I went to our store and I took the pictures that they gave us on them. They have one picture that actually shows it with product in it, like tomatoes and garlic and stuff. Then they have one where they're just sitting side to side like this. I'm going to make a small video up. I'm also going to be talking about this in my customer VIP group, letting people know that if they get these, they don't have to worry about using their Ziploc baggies. You know, I always feel like everything's in a Ziploc baggie for me. And mainly because I don't want it to leak. I don't want it to dry out. You know how it is. You don't always get them sealed either. These things are remarkable. And I do love the fact that they will stack on top of one another. They have a little place here where you can put them together. Look like a little snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? I know I'm getting off subject. Anyways, these are great though. I love these. They twist so that they will stay solid. And if you don't twist them, you can't open them. So think about that. But this is what I'm telling you. For things like the remote organizer, the stackable stuff, all this stuff that's new, it says only if you're giving out the C5 flyer are people going to see them. Janae says, I've been sending pictures or mailing the flyers out in sample packets. That's actually a great deal to do. What I feel like, guys, is I was behind the time here. Janae's been doing this, but for me, somewhere along the line, I missed this thing with that it's only going to be in the C5 flyer. I'm so used to everything being in the brochure. They're not. This is what I love about this is, again, so you don't have 50 customers saying, oh my gosh, but it's in the brochure. Why don't you have it anymore? If Avon knows they only have 10,000 of these, and that's what they could get their hands on, and that's it. Then what happens if it's not in the brochure? They're not. I want to promote this in my group. 1, because it's so well made. 2, because they're very, very affordable and they're not junk. You're going to have to do this with some of this stuff. I mean, you've got to figure out how much do you want to really make the sales. If you have an I don't care attitude, or you don't even know why you're here or why you're showing up, I can't tell you that. Maybe you think I'm funny, or you think I keep you awake or something like that. I don't know. And that's okay. If you're on here and that's how you feel, that's all right. But I'm telling you that with this, honest to God, you've got to, I'm gonna switch this here so that when I do things, hold on guys, when I do things, okay, why isn't it changing the layout? Hold on. I am talking, it's not changing this. Hold on. Boop and boop. Everyone who's talking. All right, there we go. You're going to have to be proactive. LG is changing up a lot of how we're doing things. And look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't like everything they're changing. I'm not the person who's going to come to you here, to my team members, and say, oh my gosh, everything they're doing is absolutely great. I don't think it's great. I don't think they completely understand us yet. I don't think the direction is always perfect. But what I know is we have to figure out how we're going to work with what we're given until the changes can come. And I do know there will be changes coming, but they're going to come in series because they're still trying to work out glitches. We're not going to get stuck on all this. You've got to decide what you want from this, what you want to promote, what you feel comfortable with. With me, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm more comfortable promoting something like this than I am an eyeliner. And I know we're a beauty company, but why? Because my love language is cooking, right? People and cooking, they're my love languages. So for me, taking something like this and promoting this and talking about why I like it, I'm going to make sales with this. I will guarantee you I will make sales. Now, here's something else I didn't pay attention to. Do you know that anybody who buys the products that are on these 2 pages here or that's on the flyer, I got this small bottle of the Cucina Essentials, what is it? The dish soap. So look at this. This is what I got. Look at this. They sent this because I ordered this. I got this. What an opportunity. Number one, if they buy this, guess what? They're going to get this. If they buy the microwave containers, they're going to get this. What happens? That then could be a dual sale in the future for you. They get this, they love it. They try this because guess what? It's free. They're going to get it. Now, if they love the dish detergent, guess what? That is going to be something that, like mascara, they've got to come back and get it again and again and again. Let me see. Tammy says, I went live in my group talking about those, plus doing a show and tell. I even made mention making crafts with them. Tammy, you're right on the money. You take what you're passionate about and you're taking this and you're working it. That's great. Rebecca says promotes no waste in the landfill. That's true. Avocado, very true. Think about the things that people are just like, oh, it's going to sit there and it's not going to, it's going to dry out. Not with these. It won't. So promote what you love and why you love it. And if you do that, and then Avon is going to send them one of these free. I didn't even do this 2 weeks ago when we were talking about this. I didn't read it thoroughly to say, number one, it's going to be in the flyer. And unless you promote it or you're giving them a flyer, they're not going to see it. We are missing out on sales with things like this because we are not being what you would call due diligence on what we have. So for me, this is something I'm going to go out with. So I really like that. The other thing that I got besides the earrings I'm wearing, you all know that I'm an earring fanatic. And I also got the Heritage Link earring set. Love these. I got these in the silver tone. I'm going to try to raise this up a little bit so that you guys can see it better. But these are the, maybe not. Maybe these are the silver tone. If it'll, there we go. And they're not heavy, but they are really, really pretty. Quite impressed with these. So I got those. Also, where are the other pair of earrings? Let me find what these are called. I love the whole set, but I know me, I won't wear the bracelet. The Rainbow Radiance. I got the earrings for that where they're multicolored in the gold tone. And here are these are absolutely, they got every color of the rainbow that you could possibly want. Let this get in. There we go. Boom. Look at these. They are definitely classy looking. I love these. I'm so glad I got them. And just little hoops. They're not too big. They're not too small either, though, which is good. So love these. What else is okay? And then I have on the angel blue linear earrings. So I wasn't disappointed in any of the jewelry, and sometimes I am. Now I will show you this too. I got these for my niece. My niece has a birthday in February, and she's one who has, like, she wears studs all the time along with a regular hoop or something. So these were, hold on. The Everyday Essential Stud and Hoop Earring Pack, right? These were the studs. They have gold ones. They have silver ones. Let me see if that'll. There we go. So these were the studs, but then they have a gold tone and a silver tone. Look at these. These are gorgeous. They're just so everyday use. These almost remind me more of the rose gold. I swear they do. They're saying that they're gold, but they've got the silver and the gold. This whole packet, it comes together. And I just thought, well, I never get her much anyways, but I thought this will work. Let me tell you what's cool about this. Jen will take this and she'll wear these to work. And somebody will go, oh my gosh, they'll notice that she's wearing different studs than she normally wears. And they will ask about it and she will say, oh yeah, my Aunt Molly, she's awesome. She said they're fine. You need to get them from her. So why do people buy things? Because you wear them. Because you wear them. That's why. I also got the Belief Toner. We talked about this last time. Look at the size of the bottle. Much bigger than a lot of the toners that you can get. I haven't used it yet. I just unpacked it today, but I'm very excited about this. I have been using another toner because the other one I didn't like. I'm hoping I like this because I love the Belief product. So I'm really excited because I normally use that toner on my face after I do the double cleansing with the LX, all of that stuff. So now we have the Belief, so I'm going to try that. The other thing that I use, and I didn't know that they were going to have an eye cream, but I'm going to try it. And look, I'm somebody who I use the dual eye cream with the gel. Not that I can't use that too, but now they have a Sika eye cream also. Look at the tube. The tube is pretty big. Love this. I want to try this too. I haven't tried any of this yet, but I want to find out everything I can about this. Oh yeah, this is nice too. It's not oily. It's very smooth for under your eyes. Doesn't really have a scent or anything to it either. But I will be trying this too. Now here's the deal. Are you getting it? Are you trying it? Look, even if you're not a makeup wearer, are you taking care of your skin? Just saying. You want people to buy skincare from you, but are you finding what works for you in the skincare department so that you can turn people on to what you think is working for you? And look, I am somebody who I have a different regimen for the morning than I have at night. And then I also have that when I'm in the shower, I have a couple of scrubs that are in there that I use one time and use another one the next time when I'm in the shower that I use on my face. There's nothing wrong with that. It's also how you get to know what you like so that you don't have a reaction. Um, I just really love like their serum. I've been using it since they have it. I use that every morning and every night. So I'm going to try this, and I'm hoping this is going to be real good too, because I've got people who use the serum that buy from me. I'm hoping maybe that if I turn them on to this and I talk about it enough, they'll all want to try it. So the flyer thing really blew me away, though. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh, the other thing I got, remember we talked about the new brushes, the dual end brushes? I got those in and opened those in today. This one here is, of course, the blending brush. You've got one side that you can use for, of course, your concealer. The other side you can use to blend your face makeup. I also got what else did we get here? I got the blending brush, of course, for guess I could take it out of here since it's mine now. Blending brush, dual-ended. Okay, look at this. I will tell you, they're a whole lot better made than what we carried a few years ago. Matter of fact, way better than what I have some of the best makeup brushes on the market. I have the London Iconic brushes, and they're not cheap. My wonderful husband bought them for me some time ago. I use them all the time. Also, My blending brush actually comes from, gosh, I can't even remember. I can't remember what brand it is, but it's not cheap. But I will say with this, like this is the blush and the contouring, and you can tell the difference. You've got the slanted end for the contour, and of course the blush brush. These are really, really nice. And what's cool is, um, they're dual ended. So I wasn't sure I was going to like this, and I'll tell you why. Because even with my brushes, I stand them up in my thing. I'm not quite sure about that, but I'm going to try these. I'm going to try these and see. I think I have to watch what I compare them to, because when you're using something that's really expensive, a lot of times you get what you pay for. A lot of times you don't. Also, the the between the blending brush, and also, let me see, what else did we use here? The blending brush, and then the precision eye brush. Very, very cool with that when you're trying to go with just a section of the lid. These are really, really nice brushes. So FMG has definitely done something more so than they have done before. So I'll be very curious to see just how great these are too. But again, are you doing a little video on them? Are you at least taking pictures? Are you telling people what you're thinking of it? The more personal you get with something and what you like about it, that is when people go, maybe I should try that. Now, the other thing that there, the one thing I have not been able to use with Avon for the longest time, I couldn't use their face makeup. For years, I couldn't use their face makeup. It just was, it made me break out. I couldn't color match very well. So I definitely wore a more expensive. And then when LG came in and bought us some really amazing, amazing foundations, that's what I use now, which is really great for me because now I'm getting the discount. The other thing that I have not been able to wear with them, and it's not that I couldn't wear it, I just didn't like it, where I didn't like any of their brow stuff. Could not stand their brow stuff. I was so disappointed every time I attempted to try their brow stuff, because I have such light brows anyway, so I can't go without using some type of a brow liner or filler or something. I just really didn't talk about brow liners. I just showed you all what they had and never talked about me using it. Well, I have to tell you, I have been using for a few years now the L'Oreal. Now, this is the L'Oreal, okay? Here we go. It has the brush on this end, okay? And it's got this type, as you will see. Let it focus in there. And this, of course, lasts me a long time. Had the right color. In comes the VDL. And I was really skeptical, but I said I'm going to get it. And when it showed up and it looked like this, I said, you have to be kidding me. We have a brush on one end, which is absolutely amazing, and the same thing. I was so excited. I was like, I am finally. Now, if this is the only thing that could possibly go wrong here is if it's not the right color and I need to get another color. But I have to tell you, this is the exact shape. The shape of the whole brow filler is so amazing. I'm so excited that there's another product that now I can say, I can use our product on this. This is amazing. So I'm very, very excited because, I have a hard time promoting what I don't like. I am that person. Y'all know me. If you don't hear me talking about something, you can pretty much assume I might not be a fan, okay? I may not be a fan because I just can't be the person who gets on and tell you that I think this is the best product ever, especially if I don't feel that way. So I don't down anything that we have. I just really don't talk about it. Um, so this, just like when after all those years, they finally bought in a foundation that I could use that doesn't break me out, that looks natural, that doesn't sink into the lines that I have at 58 years old. I was so thrilled when they had this. And now they have this. I have not used it yet. Of course, upstairs I use this, and I'm looking at this going, well, Alta, you losing another product from me if this is a great thing. So it's going to be the battle of the brows. It's going to be this side I'm going to do one, this side I'm going to do the other, and then I'm going to be like, let's see which side is better. Or how about this? Since I think this is perfect, what if you can't tell the difference? What if I can't tell the difference? I am really excited that they are consistently upping their game. So, okay, so I've said that. I really need to get more of a life. I'm getting excited about something with my brows, right? But it's just how it is when they haven't had a product that really fills in what it needs to fill in. So, those are the only thing at this point. I told you guys, all I can share when I'm with you all, I don't buy everything in the what's new, but I do buy what I think. I think of two things. One, what do I love? That's first, because it's easy for me to promote what I love. And two, with the customer base I have now, what are the majority of the people that I have? What are they buying? What are they looking for with skincare? What questions do I hear? So, of course, that's one of the reasons I got the toner. One, I've been looking for one that our company handles, but also I have other people who are looking for it. Rebecca says, I have a different regimen. Yeah, by seasons. I get it. Absolutely. I absolutely get that. Now, campaign 6, you're going to see, is looking like this, okay? What are we promoting here? You see what we are promoting. We are promoting the Senses hand creams and the soaps, and you're going to be able, it says here, free with any 2 Avon Sense hand creams or hand soap. You're going to get a cozy vanilla and coconut hand cream. I know for a while they were not showing up in the bends, so people could not get it. Molly, you told me last with the video. Best color match ever. You told you last. Molly, you told you. Gosh, best color match. Rebecca,
I
what
think
are
it
you
was supposed to
saying?
be I told you, Molly.
Okay,
I think she was
okay.
saying I
All
told
right,
you last
Rebecca,
meeting.
you know how easily I confuse. Quit it. Quit trying to make me look more confused than I am, girl. Knock it off. Oh my gosh. Yes, I do remember that, but I'm thinking, did I lie to my team? I never lie to my team. I would never say I liked something that I didn't like. Oh no, what did I do? Okay. Now, I do like how the soaps look. Look at the soaps. These are the new soaps that are coming, guys. Look at this. Kind of classy for looking in the bathroom. I wasn't
So,
didn't really,
quick
go ahead.
question. Those
Yes.
are those are not available for demoing, but we can. They said they will be available in the brochure for the customers
Yes,
when
honey.
campaign starts. Right?
Yes.
Okay. I just
Yes.
had to make
Yes.
sure.
Yep, they are. They definitely want to make sure. And I think what happened, and I can't predict it, but I can predict what has happened with other products. The amounts they were hoping would come in on the ships, not all the amounts are in. So the best thing to do is to say we want to make sure it's there for the customer even before the representative. Now, that could change and they could get something in tomorrow, but I think they're just playing it safe, and I think that's a good thing to play it safe. Thanks for bringing that up, Janae. That's good. They have the grapefruit and orange. And again, you know how we talk about my little notebook where are all the different scents? This is going underneath body. I will be taking this out when we get done tonight, and I will be putting this in my little folder with everything that I have, because I need to know, what do they have? They have the vanilla and coconut, the wild mint, the grapefruit and orange, cucumber melon, vanilla, and cherry blossom. So glad that they don't give up the cherry blossom. I love me some cherry blossom. And then, of course, they're talking about the bubble bath and all there. There's lots of great jewelry. We're not going to get into this because I want to spend the last half an hour talking about business, but I am going to show you this. Is this stuff not pretty or what? Their sets that they have coming out are absolutely freaking gorgeous. Look at
All
these
of them.
sets.
They've all been
I mean,
gorgeous.
anymore, I do feel that way. It's like, which one? All of them. That's what I feel like saying. Janae is 100% right with that. So that is good. Lots of rings, lots of matching earrings. Again, what we just talked about, New and exclusive C6 flyer. Okay, so all these things we're seeing here, I can't wait to get these because I'll be putting my cereal in them. Yep, look at this. Here's the organizer for your utensils and all of that. Then they have these. What do they call these? The saver storage set. I saw that. I think it was Natasha actually did a story on this where she had her salads and stuff in this. Love these. And then they also have the bedroom drawer organizer set. $26.99 three-piece set with gray trim. Under the bed storage set. 8-pocket hanging closet organizer. Okay, so now maybe it's not the kitchen for you. Maybe it's, girl, it is almost February and I am still not organized. You know you're not the only one, right? And a lot of your customers feel the same way. But how will they ever know that we have these items if you don't get them as a demo so that you can see them? Because I find that, yes, I can draw pictures, but if I were to say, okay, I'm going to take a post, hold on, where are they at? I'm going to take a post and I'm just going to put the pictures that Avon gives me of these and go, oh, wow, look at these for garlic, for tomatoes, for this, for a half, whatever it is. Aren't these great? Or I can actually take my own pictures or get on there and do a short 2-minute video to say, guys, look at these. These are wonderful. Do you remember the old time that you used to get like in the dollar stores or in Kmart, whatever it is, or maybe even Tupperware had them at one time? I don't know. These are different. Look how strong these are. And to be able to show them, stop being fearful of the fact that everything is not perfect when you're trying to do a video. People want to know what you love, and just stop worrying about who you're talking to and talk about what you love. Talk about why you want to get it out there and why they should have it. Not to mention free dish soap. Free dish soap. That's what I'm telling you. Free dish soap. Okay, so that's what I would do. So this organization thing, I love this. And this drawer organizer, it's a set of 8 gray organizers for the drawer. 3 small, 3 medium, and 2 large, and they all kind of, you can set them. You want the large here, you want the medium here, you want this for measuring spoons. You can do whatever you want to with. So again, they're exclusive. Exclusive A-box offer. Did you see this? Yep, look at these. Just when you think they're gone. Yep, we have them. They have 3 different boxes. $10 prices for all representatives, okay? All representatives. And I took advantage of that this time too, okay? I put in an order. I'm like, yo, yes. Shield your skin, flawless faves, and bloom me up. Yep. And the story is, it's a great way to take these smaller things or a full-size lip gloss, whatever it is, lip color, and be able to say, here, how about I appreciate you? How about thanks for shopping with me? How about what would you like to try out of these 4 products? Because go ahead, you can try it. There are so many different things you can do. The FMG makeup remover wipes, yep, you're seeing that, hold on, let me get this turned around. These are FMG. Now, there we go. Look at those. Makeup remover. Honest to God, you wouldn't think it would be important to make the bag look a little bit classier. But I look at this and I go, ooh, that look a little bit richer than what we were selling before. Okay, that's really good. Do you want to know what's great about it? 24 wipes, regular $9, now $7.49. Do you know what's really great about this? Now you can sell some makeup wipes. Instead of selling them for $2.99 and making 37 cents off of it, now you can sell them for $7.49 if you are promoting them, and you're going to make a couple of bucks off these now. Suddenly, instead of buying a piece of bread, you can buy a loaf of bread. That's how I got to say. It's like taking one noodle out of the chicken noodle soup, and that's all you get. Now you get the whole can. That's what I'm telling you. The whole daggone can, y'all.
Another
Molly is
awesome
back.
perk.
Have you noticed? Molly is back. Go
She
ahead,
very
girl.
much is.
Go
I
ahead,
was gonna
girl.
say Another awesome perk too is being able to promote that. Like if a customer places an order or $60 worth of makeup, you could give that as a free gift too, and still not
Yes,
break
yes,
the
and
bank
it
on your
won't break the
investment.
bank because when they're buying that much makeup from you, that's right, Janae, it's like huge. Rebecca
Exactly.
says I'm an organization freak for my closets and drawers. She gonna love this. She gonna be promoting this. I know she is, and I love this. No longer, get ready. No longer do we have a half a page or just one page of samples. We now have 2 dang pages of samples, y'all. Get excited. When there is nothing else you can get excited about, we have 2 pages of samples. And I have yet to order any samples and they not have what I'm looking for. I mean, I got overload over here just from when we was doing $100 my way. Okay, I can't believe they still got samples. That's what I'm saying, girl. So it is great. Also, samples like, look, lipstick samples are back. They have, what is it? One, two, three. There's a 10 pack of the Glimmer Satin Lipstick. And also, Love at First Lash Mini Mascara. We were out of the Super Extend. I just packed an order to mail off to one of my customers. They're saying it'll be in 5. But this is what I could have said. And I did tell her, hey, look, it's not in. When it comes in, I'll mail that to you. But I also said, but for your inconvenience, I wanted to introduce you to our Love at First Lash. Here is a mini size of it. Let me know what you think. Because what if Super Extend's going away? I don't think Love at First Lash is. So the great thing is, maybe I will turn her on to this, which is great. Love the mascara samples and love that they brought the lipstick samples back. Also, in this one, there is a lip guide. What are they looking for? Are they looking for a satin finish? Are they looking for a glimmer? Do they want something that has a high gloss? Are they looking for something more natural? How about staying power? This has it all. To me, not putting it in order every campaign. Yeah, I know you can get this off of and you can look at all this online at our stores. But having this kind of information in my possession at all times, where when somebody asks a question, rather, I told you, I've got it divided up. I feel like I'm in school again. Skincare, makeup, body, lipstick. You know what I mean? All that, because I want to be able to tell them that whatever they tell me they want, that I can go look at this and go, wow. Or how about this? When they say, but what's the benefit of this? Like, for instance, the FMG high gloss lacquer, it says high pigment color infused with almond oil, lavender oil, rose flower oil. So again, when people are looking for these things, well, what is it? Is it just color? Sometimes we get those tough customers, and if you don't have the answers, guess what? It's going to hinder the sale. But they don't even have to know. Hold on, let me flip my little guide open, and I can tell you exactly what it is you're looking for. So I love they're doing what they can to help us. And again, they still have the hair care in here. We talked about that, right? Oral care, all the toothpaste we have, the Retune line, talking about collagen 101. When you're like, Molly, I don't know what to tell people about collagen, open up your what's new, people. It is in there. It is, look, I get that you don't have time to listen to all the trainings on the Facebooks and all of that stuff. I get that, okay? But the point is, what kind of a business are you running if you can't educate yourself with the simple 1 and 2 pagers that we have here? Yeah, I can't make the sales for you. You must make the sales. You must educate yourself. And I know you hear me say it time and time again, but the reason I have to is because many of you aren't doing it. Um, Educate yourself. Make sure that you know what it is that the product does. And no, that doesn't mean getting it and knowing it all now. It means having it at your fingertips so that when they ask, you can just look. You can say, give me a minute. Let me get back to you. And then you have it. Okay. So that's basically what we have going on for 6. Now, I know some customers are still struggling with getting on the site and registering as a customer. There's not nearly as much problem as there was. And you've got to kind of help them through. I've had to help a couple of customers this week. I've had to help reps because they've always done stuff through the Avon Now app, right? And it's not there anymore. That's not what we're using. Now it's Avon Go. So I had to tell them they had to treat themselves as though they were signing in for the first time and getting people on there. A lot of you are still scared that are watching this replay or live. It doesn't matter who you are. Maybe you're not even on my team and you're watching this, but you're still a little bit afraid of social media or doing things live or whatever that looks like. Well, I have to tell you, I was talking to Janae yesterday when we were having our one-on-one, and I told her part of this meeting is going to be about what I did old school that I have to get back to. The one thing I used to tell everybody who was serious about their business, I used to tell them all the time, number one, you need to make sure that you have brochures, in your hand all the time. I don't even care if it's an old brochure. You need a brochure. You should have, and I told Janae, there have been times with everything that went on with me last year that I didn't have brochures. Here's what's worse. I was so caught up with what was going on in my life, I didn't even offer brochures when I was out. I know what I could have done this past year, and I know what I didn't do because I didn't do what I've always done. Molly, that's a little confusing. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the fact that I am always prepared in this life, that nobody is guessing what I do in this life and what I love to do. Things like having the brochure, always having your information on the back. Look, some people are big on QR codes. Do I have them? No, I don't. I don't have them. It's okay. I'm not telling you they're bad or they're good. I think if you think that having a QR code on here on a label and it makes it easier for people to get to your site, I'm telling you do it. I have a hyperlink to my site so that I don't have to give everybody youravon.com/Molly Stone. I went to GoDaddy and I got a beautywithmolly.com. What happens when they click that? It goes right to my e-store. It goes right to my e-store. I have a joinbeautywithmolly.com. Where does that go to? The sign up page from my e-store. That's where it goes. Now, some people just would rather do the QR codes. My problem is, what if it smears? There's all these things that can happen, right? But I think for people who do it and it works well for them, keep doing it. Don't stop. But for me, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't keeping brochures in my car. If one of my leaders had told me that they didn't have brochures or I met with them and they didn't, I would have chewed them up one side and down the other. Ask Janae, ask Rebecca Furbush, ask Amy, ask all of them who are leaders on my team. If I happen to be stepping into your car or your life, even if we were at convention and you did not have brochures with you, I was going to tear you up because you were not ready for business. Right, Janae?
We all have PTSD.
Oh, stop it. It was not that bad. I just reminded you what you should do. You quit it.
Listen, listen. Because of you, this is my life every day now.
That's right. All the time.
All the
Putting the
time.
books together.
Look, all the time. And in my freaking car, I literally have, and I think my door is still unlocked. I can show it really quickly.
But think about it. That is something I've always racked into people's minds. And anybody that, even if I'm coaching somebody who's not on my team, look, there she. Look, see how she got. See what I'm saying? That I said you should always be ready. If you are at the drive-thru at Wendy's, you should be ready. If you are taking your cleaning into the cleaners, you should have a brochure. There should always be one or two in your purse. You should always have backup in your cars. You should always be sharing what you do. And when people say, well, Molly, how did you get where you're at? I know we have a lot of social media now, and y'all know I'm a social media hoe. You know I am. Tell me, you following me on Facebook? You know I'm a hoe, and on Instagram you following me, Facebook you follow. I'm even doing. Janae got me doing the TikTok thing now, so you know I'm doing a little bit of everything now. But here's the truth: I'm not saying that all of that doesn't work, but the thing that still works the most for me is what brought me to this business and what brought me to my success, which is consistently having brochures, Another thing that I haven't done, Janae was shocked when I told her I didn't. When we moved down here to North Carolina, I had just bought a new vehicle right before we moved down here. I have always had signs on my car. Always. And I mean, they were actually on my windows. Y'all know I'm a minivan queen still. My kids, they moved out. They got old. I love the room. Now it's all mine. I'm a stuff. Lee hates it. He wants me to get a Jeep. I'm like, no, I like this room. I like my minivan. Shut your mouth and just enjoy the luxury. So I still have it. So I had signs on the side, on the windows, and a sign on the back. And I told Janae, I said, I still haven't had that done. Last year was a bad year. I need to get with it. And because you know why? Yeah, I gave some brochures out. I have some customers from Google ads and stuff down here. But the way people got to know me was because when I pulled up, it said Avon and it had my name, it had my number, it had my website on it where they could go straight to me. And when they saw my van coming, they knew listen to me, the Avon lady had arrived who lives in Maryland at the time. My license on my car, my tag said Avon MD for the long. Of course, then I moved down here, and I'm like, well, now they just gonna think I'm the Avon doctor, Avon MD. But people would ask me that because y'all know I was from Maryland, and that really started talking. People would go, Avon, you the Avon MD? You saying you the Avon doctor? And I said, yeah, I am saying I'm the Avon doctor. You absolutely right. What do you need fixed? I got the fix for you, just so you know. It started communication, guys, if you're following me. Let people know what you're doing. If you are committed to this, look, you know I'm big on the whole shuffle, which is basically just a digital digital business card that you can send people or text them. I do that too. I'm a big believer in that. Most of you, when you first joined my team, you got a text from Shuffle that said, hey, welcome to our team. These are my groups. This is what we do. Look, see, Marguerite's like, I got one, Molly. I know. I got one too. I was there. See what I'm saying? I love it. But yet, guys, I still have business cards that when I'm somewhere, and you know how sometimes when you go in the post office and stuff, they got the board, or you go into Sheetz or Wawa or 7-Eleven or whatever it is that you have, they have these boards up where you can like put stuff for businesses or stuff like that. I used to keep this little packet of like the straight pens with me, and I'd always put them there. We had a crab house we went to that had one of those boards for businesses, they called it. And we would take 3 or 4 of my cards and we pin them on there. And I would say to people, how did you hear about me? And they would say, well, we went and got some steamed crabs the other night at Captain Billy's. And I'm like, really? That's so awesome. Cleaners, laundromats, a lot of these people have this. I would stop at laundromats and I would just leave brochures right there on the table or walk up to people who were sitting there and they were waiting for their wash to be done. And I would say, hey, I'm a local Avon representative, would love to leave you this brochure. And if I had little packets of a few samples, I would give them the samples too. You must, the one, sometimes I believe the only reason this business really worked for me is because when I started it, not only was I broken, insecure, all of this stuff, going through the divorce, lost my home, but I was really busy because I already had 2 jobs, 2 full-time jobs, delivering newspapers at night, running my brother's company during the day, and I still didn't have enough money. But you know what Avon allowed me to do? They allowed me to obtain customers and run a business in my timeline the way I wanted to. And you can sit there and roll your eyes at me. You can say in your head, oh, yeah, right. I know. We hear this all the time. Do you know why you hear it from me? Because it works. But you know what doesn't work? When you don't work. I'm going to be that honest with you. I am back. And if your business isn't going anywhere, it's because you're not taking it anywhere. It's that simple. I'm not saying everybody you come in contact with is going to be your customer, but if you're not coming in contact with anybody and letting them know what you do, let me be honest. You will never acquire what you want to because you're not putting the work in. You're not. This isn't about giving away free products. You don't have to do that. This isn't about giving away everything you got. Guys, you just need to let people know what you do. I still wear shirts that say Avon. I want people to know I'm an Avon representative. And for the longest time, when I was out doing things, I had my name tag and it would say independent sales representative. Now, a lot of times, if you're working other jobs, you can't do that. They're real sticklers for that now. But the point is, if I have a purse and I have a brochure and I'm in the grocery store, and I always put them in the clear literature bag so that people feel really safe with them. If somebody else, have you seen the lines in stores these days? Have you even remotely seen the grocery lines, because they can't get no help in these dang stores because people are lazy and they don't want to work, okay? Whatever their reason is, the point is there's lines there and people are peeved because they've got to wait in line. I want to make their journey in that line a little bit smoother. So why not walk up and say, hey, I know you're sitting in line with me. I'm a local Avon representative. Here's a brochure. Would you like a brochure? I challenge you, if you're only getting 10 brochures now, do yourself a favor, a campaign, and get 20 brochures. 10 for whatever you've always done that brings you whatever it's always brought. But now get 10 more, so that if you're putting 10 more in the hands of people that you don't know, you have an opportunity that they may go to your site, they may call you, who knows? But as long as you're doing nothing, you ain't going to get nothing. It's that simple. Do you want to know how I know this too? Sharon Mentor is on here tonight. She's one of my leaders. Now, when Sharon started, she was underneath somebody else. She was underneath somebody who was under me. That person is no longer with us, so she was in my second gen. But every time I talked to Sharon, I knew there was something that she wanted, and she was trying. She was not a stranger to direct sales, but the point is, she knew what she wanted. Now, she has always done well since she's been in the company. She always has, always been very proud of her. I'm going to tell you what I really loved when she rolled up to my first generation and all that hard work she was doing. Suddenly I was getting paid a little bit more on that. That was really awesome. So I love that. But here's what I know. When Sharon decided that she really wanted to get in and dig in with this is a girl who knew what her goals were. She knew what she had to do for Hawaii. She didn't do it because of me. She didn't do it because of what I gave her. She didn't do it because, oh, Molly's an awesome leader. She did it because she was always in the practice of finding new customers and helping the customers that she has now find products that maybe they're not even thinking about they can use with us. And because of that, she's going to Hawaii. Because of that, she is going on an all expense, all paid airfare, everything to Hawaii. Her and 3 other team members, 2 of them, Kim Edwards and Melissa Rooker, they earned it for 2. So they're taking their husbands or somebody with them. Guys, Sharon is special to me because she's on my team. But Sharon isn't somebody who's so special that there's something special about her and her business just worked. What's special about Sharon is that she works her business, and she works it consistently, because if she worked it 2 campaigns on, 3 campaigns off, 1 campaign on, 4 campaigns off, 4 campaigns on, 1 campaign. No. She works her business every single campaign. She never misses an order. She is always telling her team members who are serious too what they can do. I only say this because my best examples are the people who are on my team. And when they figure out what it is that they can do, and matter of fact, you can do all of it. It's what are you willing to do? I can give you 50 ideas like I've done tonight and tell you, you can put signs on your car. You can wear something that says that you're Avon. You can have books ready. You can have samples ready. You can do social media. You can do this. You can do that. Let me tell you something. It don't work if you don't. That's what I have to tell you. I watch you guys start out like gangbusters, and then here comes March, and you just fade away. Last year at this time, I had you all send me emails telling me what you wanted to accomplish in this year. And you know what? Only about 3% of you accomplished it. because something happened and you fell off. And look, I'm not judging the fall off. People get sick, family gets sick, people have died. Look, I had cancer, guys. You think I don't get it? You think I didn't fall off this past year? I am sitting here telling you that because life got in the way with me, that I wasn't at my best, that I fell off. That yeah, I was still putting my orders in, but my orders should have been twice as big as they were. But cancer came into my life and I did not trust that I was going to get through it, and I let it affect me like nobody's business. And you know who paid for that? Me. Me. I paid for that. I paid for that. Many times I should have shown up for you all, and times that I canceled these calls because honestly, I just couldn't handle getting on here without crying. That's the truth. I got to be honest with you. I can't lie. So I know about life getting in the way. Here's the good news. Even if life has gotten in the way, guess what? You're still here. You can get back on the horse again. You can still build your business. It's only the end of January. You can still accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. Matter of fact, do one better. Set a goal. How about that? Set a goal and go after it. You all have what it takes. And not just the people who are on here live with me, but the people who are going to watch this replay, the people who aren't on my team. You've got what it takes. Sharon says, I mostly place 3 orders a campaign. One at the beginning of the campaign. I make sure I have an order big enough to pay for my brochures and samples up front. And the second and third order is pure profit. Think about that. Now here's the cool thing. You know, she started just like all of you, right? She started not really having any customers, just knowing she wanted to give this thing a shot and see what she could do with it, right? And now I'm looking at her going, wow, wow. Now see, I would sit and watch her orders grow. But I thought it was like all online and everything, right? All her online people. This is a woman who is out there talking to people all the time. And I guarantee you she doesn't let no's stop her. I guarantee you she's just like, okay, thanks for letting me know you don't, because I got to go talk to 10 more people who just might say yes. Come on. You can do this. If you're watching this and you've given me this much time tonight, you can do this. My first thing would be to you, get those brochures. Have them with you all the time. What does that mean? That means when you get them, don't let them sit in the box. Get them, label them with your information. Don't date them. If you're giving them to new customers, don't date them. Don't date them. Because you don't want them to look, oh my God, it's past the time, I can't order. Don't date them. Tell them, call me. I'll do, if you find something you want, how about getting follow up? How about getting their name and number so that you can text them, so that you can establish a relationship with them, so you can figure out what their likes and dislikes are. Oh my goodness. Imagine that. Just like when you met your significant other, just like you met your best friend, what happened? You figured out what people liked, what they didn't like. You figured out what you had in common, what you didn't have in common. And if you're a person who loves to serve other people, and that's me, that's my blessing in life, that I love to watch people smile when I show up at the door with their order. When they say, oh my goodness, Molly, you were right. This was the makeup for me. This was the skincare for me. Thank you for that new home care item. Oh, I love that cleanser that you gave me. It took everything off my grill. Whatever it is, the point is, that makes me feel like I've done something really great because I have found a product for them that works. And when you have that feel goods for helping people, man, there's nothing like it. There really isn't. So you can do this, but it's up to you. Um, Now, I'm going to end this by saying just a couple of things. First of all, if you're on here or you're watching this, and if you're watching this on, and you're not on my team, this is just for my team, okay? Um, if you haven't read the email, maybe some of you haven't opened my last few emails, I now have a texting group, a texting program that if you want to know what's going on with Avon and I feel it's important enough to contact you, then you're going to get a text from me, whether it's a picture you can use. Hey, don't forget there's a meeting. Hey, Avon's doing this. Oh, you need to do this. If you would like those kind of reminders, but you do better with text, you can text me at 240-346-9114. Again, 240-346-9114, and simply put in the text, "Hi Molly, this is so and so, first and last name. Please add me to your text group." And I will. And no, I don't send 50 texts a day. I don't do that. But if I figure it's important enough and you're not on Facebook following things, and I want you to know what's going on in this business, and I have finally found a text program that I like where you don't have to read everybody else's responses. Your responses only come to me and nobody else, and it's easy to use. So if you want to be a part of that, you need to do that. That's the only way you can get on it, is by texting me. Okay. Amy just texted me. I love you, Amy. Amy's like, put me on right now, Molly. I won't know. Put me on right now, Molly. Okay, Amy, I will add you, girl. Okay, so that's part of it. Okay, so make sure that if you want to be a part of that, I want to make sure that I'm helping you in this way to for you to be successful, and if you already knew it, that's great. Like, there was a live stream on today, and a lot of you don't know there's a social selling Facebook group that you can't see this unless you're part of the group, but it's for Avon reps, given by Avon Corporate. And I was like, hey, are you all a part of this? Are you a part of this group? Because when I saw the live stream happening, they were talking, I said, wonder how many of the girls don't even know. Now, most of you who are on there, you did know. You were aware. But there were 3 or 4 of you who said, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this group existed, which means you don't see everything I post in Team Onward because you're not on there all the time, or it gets lost. I get how social media is. But if I'm just sending you the text on the information, guess what? It's coming to you then. All you've got to do is open up the text. Okay, so I'm more than happy to do that. Tammy, I just need to get my head out of my, yep, Tam, you do. Yep, Tam, that right there, girl. That's what we got to do and get you back on track. I could have said it a little bit more gently than that, but yeah, I hear you. It's all good. Definitely. I love that. Okay. The other thing I would say to you is, that you can also use older brochures for what I'm talking about. You know how we're talking about, okay, so you order new brochures now, you're going to have brochures for like 6, and you're like, oh my goodness, but I don't just want to give them to anybody. If you're not getting, I get that. This is solely why I do the whole sending brochures, older brochures. And by the way, I'm not sending Christmas ones because we know we ain't got that stuff anymore. And I think I'd already given them all away anyways. This is why I say, when I say give you homework and say, do you want brochures and samples? This is why I do this, so that these things I'm talking about, which I call, it'll never be old school for me, but when people hear me talk about how I built my business, they say it's old school because they just want to sit in front of the computer and tap buttons and make their butt, ass grow bigger, whatever it is, because they don't want to do anything else but that. And by the way, if you got enough of a following that you can do that, if you're Adrian Curry, if you're somebody like that, let me tell you something, go for it. But in person and handing people brochures and follow up is the way to build your business. You know why I know that? Because that's why I am where I am 17 years later. Okay. So when I offer and say brochures, you know what's amazing? Um, Nobody wanted brochures and samples. So I have to imagine you're just wallpapering your walls with the brochures you had that are older. And you're like, well, I've almost got all the walls done except that one on the left there. So I really don't need any more brochures. There was a time, old school was, when you went to the district meetings and the district manager was offering to give people brochures. We were like a bunch of rabid raccoons. We were trying to find that last orange peel, and I would fight you for it. Get off! That's my box! I'm taking it! I'm tossing them in driveways! I'm the rabid raccoon today! Molly's back. Have I not told you this? Molly is back, just so you know. This is, you should get excited when somebody wants to give you brochures. Or are you the person who's sitting there with 15 cases of brochures that you've done nothing with, and you're like, well, I ain't gonna take no more because them last 15 packages she sent me, I ain't done a thing with yet. Shame on you. Why aren't you? You should be labeling them up now and getting them out there. Guys, you gotta work your business. If you work your business, you know what? You will move mountains. You will pay the bills that you want to pay eventually. You will touch the lives of people, and people will support small business, your small business, if you let them know that you are the small business. And no offense, we are the only business out there that can say we're as close to the Sears wish book as you can get. We have makeup, we have body, we have skincare, we have home cleaning products, we have clothes, we have shoes, we have fragrance. We have everything. We are the only company out there who has so many possibilities to satisfy so many needs. So why aren't you sharing your Avon wish book with people who just would love to have what we have? That is what it's going to take. Okay. So that's what I have for you. Homework tonight. You know what? I'm not doing homework. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because this is how I feel. Hold on. Tammy said, will we ever get to sell? I don't think they're going to let us do that, girl, but I do like the discounts they're giving us. Have you seen it? LG products. We are getting their discount now.
I
Check out the
saw
site if you haven't.
I saw one of our sister reps save $500 on a
Yes,
TV.
I saw that too, Janae. I saw that too. I mean, huge, 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 huge.
This is
I'm
perfect because
begging
our
for
dryer is
handbags
hanging
to
on this
come back.
last leg.
Hey, Amy, have you sent that in for the handbags to come back? I'm with you. Girl, I miss us having the handbags. I'm not going to lie. I said, Amy, you remember the one with all the pockets, the green and the blue one? Don't tell nobody. Amy, I still got 4 of them because I bought them out of the outlet, girl. I got 3 left. They're so made so good. I got 4. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. It's horrible. I'm an Avon hoe. Do you
I still
understand?
have mine too, Molly. Don't feel bad. I still have my purse
I
too.
love it. And you know why
That's
I
one of
love
my
that
favorites.
bag? Because when you put your brochures in the side, everybody can see that it says Avon. So I put it in that outside pocket, and people go, you Avon? Go ahead, Amy.
The one that I carried the most that everybody fell in love with was it was one of the signature collections, but it was the brown one. And
Oh,
it had like
yes.
so many different pockets, but the way it
Yes.
looked, so many people commented on it. And see, that was me. That was my big getter. Oh, you can it's Avon, really? And I
Yes.
give them a book
Yes.
because I can't,
Yes.
because I have to wear now when I'm doing shows and stuff. I wear my Avon shirts, but mostly I can't wear the jewelry or
Right.
none of
Right.
that
Right.
kind of
Right.
stuff because I have to wear certain things. So the purses was the easiest thing, and then of
Oh,
course me
yeah.
teaching, I sold the
I
kids
wish
stuff
they
left and
would too.
right.
I do miss that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And man, when something I liked would go in the best, and well, then it was the outlet. Girl, if I knew I loved it, I didn't care if I still had that. I'm like, I'm gonna get 3 of them because I'm gonna carry this the rest of my life. Now here I am in North Carolina, and I've still got the 3 I bought. Thank you very much. All good. I love that. Yes, I miss that too. Tammy says she's eyeballing a TV. I get it. I get it. Look, guys, this is all. We're in a new year. Whatever happened in 2021, let it go. Except for you, Sharon, because you tail going to Hawaii. Don't let go of 21, girl. You like kicked tail and took names. So that is a good thing. But let go of what you feel like you didn't do. Okay. And let's concentrate on the here and now in 2022. And I know we've had a lot of difficulties over the last 7 weeks. I know this site has been. Let me look. I wake up going, please, Jesus, no emails or texts today about somebody who can't get on or pay their bill. You believe me, LG not liking this. You can't give them your money. You think they're liking that? They are not liking it. So they are working through all these security issues because there have been so many of them. But these are not the only issues we've ever had with this company, okay? Stop acting like it's a quittable offense. If you're looking for a reason to quit looking and just quit. I'd say that to anybody. But the point is, we are here for a reason. We are here because we get through the tough times together. And 2022 has just started, and it's an even year, and I'm all about even years. And I don't know why I just said that, because I'm probably really not, because I was probably all about odd years last year, but I don't know. So, anyways, it's a new
Hey,
year, and we're here.
just because it was still a bad year and I did not make PC, I have you know that our homework that you said that we had to send that one time with our goals, I did pretty well complete those. Minus the I didn't
You
do the
remember I said 2%, girl. You were part, yes, you did. You did.
but mine was my big goal was, paying off all the credit cards
Well,
and stuff
I'm just sitting here
on that
because
one.
the people who actually hit like PC, and I'm theirs are still pinned to my board, because I'm like, if you at least did the level you did last year, then one thing's for sure, you're still in the game. But here's another news flash. You're still here, whether
It
you made
wasn't
what you
that
wanted to or not.
far.
Let's do it. You weren't. You
Smallest
weren't.
year
And Amy,
smallest year ahead.
but you had and look, and I hate this, because then it sounds like I'm giving you a free pass, because I'm not giving you a free pass, but you did have some things that happened. You had some things that happened over the, but you know what? You're still here. And again, we
Yeah, still
can't
trying
change
to
what we did and didn't do.
figure out how to basically start all over because we can't book toss. Half of our businesses we cannot leave books behind, and then
Right?
of course the shows have stopped.
I think you're talking
So
about a lot of
trying
person
to
to person. Doesn't mean you can't have them to you, and you can't hand them out to everybody that you look. Don't tell me that the woman at the Wendy's or the freaking McDonald's, if she's sitting right there, believe me, she gonna take the brochure if you give it to her. And I only know that because when whether you're door dashing or Instacarting or whatever people do on the side, I was still doing that. I was still handing stuff out to people, Ubering, all of that stuff I was doing. That's how I was still building my business. The whole time I was doing it's to make sure I was ready. So that's why I say, even though it may not be as stringent as it was a year or two ago with what people want or don't want, old school still works. And sometimes you got to go back to that. You got to go back to that and figure out what plan can you put in action to make sure it works for you. And once you find that magic combination for you, you keep putting that combination everywhere you go. And in 20 campaigns, you're going to go, where did this come from? How did I just make President's Club? How did I do this? How did I just get 30 more customers? I don't understand. How did I pay off that credit card? How did I do this? It did it because you worked. You found what the combination was and you worked it. Okay. So that's what I would tell you. It's out there. Don't give up on it. Tammy, keep doing it, old school. Sharon, that's what makes you who you are, Sharon. You're always watching what other people do, and you see where you can incorporate it into your business if it can help you in any way. If you want to know how she got to Hawaii, besides hard work, Sharon's never the person who's ever said she knows it all. She's always been open to say, no matter what has worked for me, I'm always willing to see what is somebody else doing and how can it work for me if I do that. So that's a big thing. Janae is that way too. Well, most everybody who's on here, who's at least on here live, that's exactly what it's about. I think that I probably pissed off a couple of people who were on here, but that's okay. I'm not here. I'm not here to play games with y'all. I'm here as your mentor and as your leader, holding myself personally responsible first for what I didn't do in my own business and as a leader with you. I can't go back and change it, but I can own it with you, and I can say I'm in this fight with you too, to be better and figure out what works, and that's what we're going to keep doing. Okay? Sitting on your hump and just being pissed about everything is not going to help you anywhere in life. I don't care what we're talking about. So together, let's figure this out. Okay. If you are watching this on the replay, when I send this out to my team, do me a favor. Hit that reply button and let me know that you watched it. Let me know that you watched it. Because I'll tell you what I will do. All right, never mind. I'm going to give you homework. I've got a mission kit. I've got a mission kit. Matter of fact, I got an extra one because I love mission. I have an extra mission kit, and it's the one with the samples, the one with the little things where they can do the complete kit. Um, Let me know that you watched it, and if you're watching the replay, it has to be within 48 hours of this hitting your email box, and you have to have placed an order in one of the last 2 campaigns. Sorry, I don't give free stuff away for people who don't work. It's just that simple. You got to work. So get in there and order some brochures, order some samples, do something if you want. If you want this, and this kit, I believe it was $65, $75. I can't remember. It's all according to which one I choose. I have 3 or 4 different ones. I'm going to give a mission kit away to somebody, but only those who watch this on my team. So let me know that you did, because you're going to have to get to the end to figure out that I was doing anything for you. Okay. I love you guys. I will see you in, oh, Val was on your team, Sharon. Awesome. I had my team on the call tonight. We met at the beginning of the year to talk about the direction of business and how she's been ready to commit, looking for opportunities. Yeah, Sharon. Yeah, Valerie, girl, you want submission? Is it, girl? Come on now. You got to do it, and you got to email me. Email me at molly7720@gmail.com, and I will pull a name, and we will get. And for those who are live, email me, because I have plenty of mission samples. So if you email me and you're on the call live only, I will send you a package of the mission samples, because I have plenty of them. Okay, so let's do that. But you got to do the work. You got to email me. And hey, let's do this. Look, we've been through the toughest part of all this. Let's get back to it, and let's get some business going. Premier President's Club. Janae is claiming Rose Circle this year. She says she just hit Honor Society last year. And Amy, who was on, she gonna get back to it, okay? Everybody, and Rebecca, who thought she never ever hit President's Club, and she hit it every year now. So I don't even stop it. So we see what we can do. So let's get back to
I need to sell $16,000
$16,000. And what's that
You
going to
got
get?
it.
and go to Cancun.
Yes, girl,
Yes,
Cancun. That's what we need. We need to all go to Cancun. That's what we need.
you got
So
it, Amy.
The Bahamas.
let's go after it. You've got this. 16,000 should be nothing for you, because you know how to work this business. So let's do
Heck
it.
yeah.
Let's do it. Let's all go. Okay. I love you guys. I will get this replay out to everybody within the next 48 hours. If you need me, you know how to get to me. And if you want to be part of the text thing, don't forget to text me. Okay. See you next
Thank
time, guys.
you.
Take care.
Love y'all.